Hey guys, Brian here. First time doing something like this, but I always wish people would do it more. So I thought, well, you know what? I just bought some new saddlebags or panniers for my FJ09 Yamaha, and I thought, well, you know what? Why don't I do a quick review? Because I'm about to do a big trip on them. So I got a trip coming up to Normal, Oklahoma. I live in Homer Glen, Illinois, so close to Chicago, if you're not familiar with it. So I bought these panniers off of Amazon. They're Rig Gear Adventure, Nelson Rig Gear. They're really cheap. I mean, inexpensive, I should say. They were only $130 for the set, so which I thought was really good. And you know, I'm doing an adventure ride class down in Normal, and they suggested that you don't have hard panniers on, which I had a set of hard panniers already. And so anyway, I just thought I'd try it out. So I bought these, like I said, off Amazon. This is the box they came in. Actually, no good paperwork here. I guess the most important thing is the Nelson Rig covers rainwear. So I got their panniers, and I know my shop's a mess, but this is my bike. This is the one I'm taking anyway, so I had to get new tires on it as well, because it's going to be more geared towards trail riding. I know it's more of a street bike, but it's actually a street tour adventure bike, so you know, I'm going to put it to its test. We'll see what happens with it. So anyway, these are the panniers I was talking about that I bought. Actually, I'm so far pretty impressed with them. So this is what, a medium-sized bike, I'd say. Now for something like, you know, the Harley over there, it obviously wouldn't work because they're obviously kind of small. But so far, they're pretty cool. These are all Velcro, so they come apart. They have handles. They came with shoulder straps as well. So, you know, when you get to your destination and you want to take them off, boom, you pull these off. I do got some little clips down here holding them on to keep the wind from pulling off. Actually, this one's fully installed. I haven't installed this one completely yet, and that's kind of why I was going to do this, to show you guys, or show someone how to put this on, in case you got confused, because I was a little bit at first, and I'm not one to always read directions either. So, but they come out pretty easy. So when you get to your destination, I got 2 points of contact here and in the back, like I showed you. You pull these off, you grab them like suitcases, and you walk into your tent or your hotel, if you're staying in a hotel, which is kind of nice, I guess. So it was pretty simple to install, obviously. Not a big deal. Now, I had hard panniers on here before, and that was the bracket right here for that hard pannier. And those are these right here. These are the Yamaha ones, which are really cool, I think, because they come off really easy too. So they're kind of like luggage as well. But for this class, he said he'd prefer us not to have hard panniers. And I want to keep my emergency equipment with me in case I get a flat or break a chain or whatever, you know, out in the middle of nowhere. So I needed something. So what was nice about these is they actually came with a rain cover as well, which I thought was pretty cool. Nelson Rig rain cover, so it fits right over it, which was kind of nice. And it, you know, it'll pack up pretty tightly. And then the inside of these, once they're fully assembled, it's actually really nice. So pretty hard in here. So this I had to install, and then there's a bottom plate that you have to install too under these flaps. So that was probably the most difficult part, because I had already got them on, and I didn't realize I was supposed to do that. No. So it may be easier to do with them not installed on the bike, but I don't know. It kind of helped having them in a way too. So real quick, this is what you get. There's another strap here. Here's the bottom that lies under these straps here. And then over here, I've got this wraparound that goes inside around the top. And then obviously here's the other rain cover, which is great, honestly, because last time I took a trip, man, I got drenched and I had to use garbage bags, which was fine, but wasn't, you know, ideal. So I'm gonna install these real quick. Maybe give you an idea if you're having, if you bought a set of these and you're wondering, you know. Get this set up. Like I said, I'm not used to doing this kind of stuff. It's my first time. My shop's a mess, but I'm sure you don't care. All right, so first thing first, I'm a realist. No, kidding. Getting this bottom one in. First of all, I did put these side straps on, so they will like not help you. So I unsnap them real quick, especially if they're too tight. One here, this guy back here. So anyway, it's all nice, free flowing. I get this guy underneath that middle one. I'm gonna have to bend this a little bit to get it in. And once it goes, it slides pretty simply to the other side. The problem is this side, you gotta pick it up underneath the flap. That's where it gets a little difficult. So you gotta bend this thing and you gotta tug on the tab on the inside. So it is a little difficult, and I'm glad they're actually very well made, because I was actually pulling pretty fucking hard. Oops, sorry. I was pulling pretty hard, excuse my language, on the other side, and it didn't pull anything out. It didn't rip anything. So I was kind of impressed for as hard as I was pulling on it. That one actually went in a little bit easier than the other one. Now this part was a little more difficult. So it came bent the wrong way, which I don't know if that was by design or not, but this is the actual inside, this is the nice softer side you want, you know, against your stuff. So what I did is you're going to want to go ahead and bend it in a circle and put it in there. And then start at the top. There's a tab up here that you're going to want to start at the top. Pull it around. This is probably the hardest part too, the top one, to get it started. Again, I use some muscle to get it in there, and once you get it going around, she slides pretty good. Just keep sliding all the way around. Now, on the bottom here, and the bottom on this side too, which you can't really see right now, are two more pockets that they have to sit into. So, again, God, there's a little muscle to get jamming in there. But she goes, and then over to the other side. Let it get going all the way. To the other side, and again, you're going to have to bend this thing out to get it tucked into that pocket. Which is proving to be difficult. But like I said, tugging on it pretty good. Front. Start that over again. That's quite a hard part. Okay, again, I pulled pretty hard on that pocket to drop it in, and it held up. Okay, so the other one looked a lot better. I think it's probably operator error, I'm sure. I feel like I took it down when but it's in all the pockets all the way around, so I'm gonna call that good. You know, after time, I'll probably mold a little bit better to it, and then boom, she's done. So another cool thing, I guess I can remove these because I'm probably gonna keep it. I was unsure at first, but Nelson rig, covers luggage, rainwear. So far, I like it a lot. The side pockets are both the same. They're actually identical. So they both have the little pouch up here that's got a pull strap on it. They both have the same type of pocket on the outside here. There's a pocket here, looks like pen holders, and then a zipper pocket that's got a mesh as well on the inside. I prefer like the way that I set it up, honestly. I set it up with these pockets on the front because if anything, I want to maybe stick some gum in there or something. I don't know if I put a water bottle in there, but maybe something that I want for a ride. But I'd rather have these zippers on the back side rather than the front side. I guess that would be my only complaint, just because that's where it's all going to be hidden. I guess that's not that big of a deal though. So these snap in, boom, cover, pretty nice, very durable. This thing, for sure, big shower cap, if you're into that sort of thing. Let's see, Nelson rig on the front. Enough to keep it dry. I'll tell you what, I'll do another update on this after my ride, and we'll see exactly how well these hold up. And the wind, the rain, the weather, the snow, whatever it is I run into. All right, cool. Thanks for watching.